Sounds like a drum roll. Thank you. Good morning, Candeo. It's a great morning. Great day to have a Reach Assembly. I appreciate that you're here. Thank you for coming, parents, and sharing this day, this moment with us. Let's see, we will start how we always do, and we put happy in our hearts. Actually, intentionally do that. I hope you feel that, and I hope you feel that on your face. I don't see too many smiles. There's a few. Go ahead and share one with someone next to you. Another one. One more. Please look at your teacher if you can see your teacher. Give a smile. You can do a thank you. Always a great way to start. Let's see. We have wonderful things ahead of us. We love to focus on the good and the true and the beautiful. So think about how that is around you right now. Thank you for taking that moment with me, and we will turn and face on our transition in just a moment to the flag. We'll have our Pledge of Allegiance and then the beginning of the Declaration of Independence by 4th grade. So here we go, 1 and 2. Ready, begin?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The only truth to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are bound by their Creator, preserve unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, that security, rights, governments are instituted among men, drive the just power to consent of the governed.
Beautiful job. Please remain standing, and we have a patriotic song presented by our 4th grade. That's a transition, by the way. Thank you, thank you. We have a great morning ahead of us, and it is a treat to hear from 4th grade today. Mr. Moeller will tell us all about it.
Good morning. 4th grade is currently learning about the American Revolution, but coming up before the year comes to a conclusion, we'll be learning about our first 7 presidents. One of those presidents was Andrew Jackson. He became famous because of a particular battle that took place during the War of 1812. This battle actually took place in 1814. Actually, after the War of 1812 actually ended, but he didn't know about that yet because the communication hadn't got to him. But the song you're going to hear today is called The Battle of New Orleans. It tells all about the story of Andrew Jackson and the American victory over the British at the Battle of New Orleans.
Fourth grade, that was incredible. I saw smiles everywhere, and especially one on my face. Can we give them another round of applause, please? Fourth grade, how do we get you to sit down? Thank you. Teachers, thank you. Mr. Braddock, thank you. A round of applause for him, please. So much fun. I love it. Great morning, and I love seeing those instruments, and I can tell you that that is out of the passion and enthusiasm that we share as a school here. Mr. Braddock really wanted to bring those in. I really wanted to bring those in. Took a lot of work, and that's what we did. That's what I love. One thing I love about this school. It's time for REACH, and that is something we show every day. Let's talk about it. What does R stand for? And E.
Effort.
A.
Attitude. Alacrity.
Thank you for that. I love alacrity. C.
Cooperation.
And H.
Heart.
See it all the time, don't we? I do. I see it right now. I saw it 5 minutes ago. And we get to recognize somebody in your class for doing it all the time. We know who you are. And here we go. We get to start with kindergarten.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to say, 4th grade, that song made me really happy, and you guys did a really good job. That might be one of my favorites. So, this morning for Mrs. Tabor's class, I want to honor a student that walked into kindergarten with a huge smile on his face and immediately became everybody's best friend. And what stands out so much to me about this student is just his passion for effort. In every single assignment that he does, he puts 150% into it. Tries really hard, and it's just so impressive. He knows when to have a good time, and he knows when to put, the pedal to the grindstone? Pedal to the metal, we'll do that. He really knows when to do that and just get his work done, nose to the grindstone. And I'm just really impressed with him all year, and I adore him, and his name is Zayden York.
So I can't believe we only have one more REACH assembly after this. I'm so sad, and it's so difficult to choose just today's REACH award winner and then next month's, because every single one of my students deserves it. I've told everyone all year that my class is amazing. They were amazing when they walked in the door. I don't even deserve any credit for it. So this month, as I was going through my list, I was looking at my students, and one stood out to me for her respect and her heart. She's very respectful of her friends. In fact, I think everyone in the classroom would say that they want to be her friend, they are her friend, and she's probably one of their favorites. She has a huge heart. She's always looking out for others, and I just adore being with her every single day. Delphine Schneider.
Good morning, Candeo. Since we only have one more REACH award this year, I had to get that in. So, this month, the REACH award recipient I chose was based on heart. This student from day one has had the biggest heart out of anyone in our class, and is a best friend to everybody, is so kind, and if I could use one word to describe him, it would be so, so good. He is just so good to everyone, and so good to me. Congratulations, Mr. Ethan Shipley. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for that greeting. Okay, so the student that I chose today, it was very difficult again because we're so limited on our REACH awards that we can hand out during the school year, even though I feel like everybody deserves to get one because, again, my class, just like the other kindergarten teachers, is phenomenal. Such sweet little people. But this particular student, from the first day that she walked into my classroom, from the first time I met her, she has brightened everyone's day with her beautiful and contagious smile. She's full of joy and shares that alacrity with everybody she meets. In addition to this alacrity and cheerfulness, she puts tremendous effort into her school day. Writing and handwriting have not always come easily to this sweet girl of mine, but it's not due to lack of effort. She erases, she retries. She's always working towards her personal best. She seeks my support in this area, asking how her sentence is looking so far, and makes necessary changes. Lately, she's made great gains in both writing and handwriting, and I feel so proud of her hard work that has led to this major growth. So, without further ado, thank you for being an amazing kindergartner, Miss Addison Dombrowski.
All right, so like the kindergarten teachers, I'm looking at my class every month and it gets harder and harder to choose someone because I feel like I could give a Reach Award to just about anybody in my class. They're all so wonderful. So this month I was really looking for somebody who stood out, and there was a little girl in particular who stood out because of her incredibly huge heart. Just as an example, the other day she came to school with a letter that she wrote at home, and it was addressed to my loving class. And it was 2 pages of the sweetest, kindest thing she could have possibly said, and I had her read it aloud to the class. And because of that letter, the new thing to do is to write sweet, kind notes to each other. And each day, every day now, we end our day with a nice note read aloud to the class, and it's all because of Miss Marin England.
Good morning, Candeo.
Good morning, Mrs. Tyler.
Thank you for that. And I would agree with most of my colleagues that this month has been exceptionally hard to choose just one student from my class. And then once I finally narrowed it down to just one student, it was hard to think of just one aspect of Reach to talk about because this student is so all-encompassing of all of them. He's respectful of everyone around him and himself, his time. He gives his best effort no matter what the task. He always has a fantastic attitude. He's cooperating with everyone, whether we're in partners or groups, whether he's working on his own, I can expect his best work. And his heart just shines through all of that. And Corbin Kina, that boy is
Good morning, Candeo. The student that I chose this month has great alacrity. She comes to school every day with a beautiful smile. She says at the end of the day, I don't want to leave, I just want to keep learning. I love learning, and that just makes me so happy to hear. She goes to Miss Bannock at the end of the day, and she's classifying sentences on the board, and she does a great job, I hear. She had one goal to work on, and this month she did an amazing job. She showed such reach with this goal, respect and effort. So, Avriela DeGuerra, this is for you.
Good morning, Candeo. Thank you. My Reach winner this month is going to a young lady who has shown incredible growth and progress over the year. She came to school where things weren't always easy for her. And at times that can be discouraging, and it can be difficult to always put your best into your work when it's difficult. But that did not stop her from trying her best and making the growth that I have seen and that I am so excited to show off to the rest of the school today. My winner is terrific, and she is radiant. And she is some student, Harper Farley.
Mrs. Sudweeks couldn't be here today, so she wrote this about her Reach winner. This month's Reach Award goes to a student who often shows as much respect as a grown-up. She consistently uses words such as excuse me, please, and thank you. The student is very good about raising her hand and then always has insightful questions or wonderful insights to share. Not only does she show respect to everyone around her, she also shows respect to her education and herself by being on task, always giving her best effort, keeping her supplies organized, and producing high-quality work. I'm so excited to present this month's Reach Award to Elena Camacho.
Can we give a short round of applause for the 4th grade performance? Truly brilliant. Before I call my Reach Award winner up here, who, by the way, has been showing pure effort and heart since day 1 of 2nd grade, I want to acknowledge a student that didn't win the Reach Award this month or this year yet, but I have seen some serious effort being put in and a definite change in his attitude. And I just wanted to acknowledge him. He knows who he is, so keep working hard, keep trying. You're doing a great job in my class. And now for my Reach Award winner of the month of April. He is full of effort, full of heart. He gets excited over the funniest things. He makes us laugh, he makes us smile at Candeo Circle. He turns in brilliant work. Josiah Park.
Thank you. One more round of applause for our K2 Reach Award winners for April. Thank you so much for your effort. One thing I love and I noticed is when these things are happening, others want to do the same. And that was really illustrated today. When one good thing just multiplies across a classroom. I love that. Thank you for your continued attention. And here we have 3rd, starting us out on our 2nd half. It is so nice to be here, and we are so excited to welcome Mrs. Kingston back. Let's give her a round of applause. We feel that our class is the most fortunate class in all of Candeo because we have worked as an amazing teaching team of 3 this year, and we are continuing to work as a teaching team of 3 as the year closes. So it has been just a pleasure working with 2 pretty amazing teachers. And I think kids, you would agree as well. Our Reach winner, we're each going to say something small about our Reach winner, but I just wanted to say that I don't know if I have seen so much improvement from one student since the beginning of the year. When this person came in, he had a hard time reading, had a hard time writing, had a hard time spelling, really great mathematician, but 3rd grade was tough. 3rd grade's tough for a lot of kids when they start. And I think it was just unbelievable when Mrs. Kingston stepped back in this week and she saw the growth that this incredibly hard-working child has made from the beginning of the year to the end. She didn't even believe it was the same child. So I'm going to stop there and let Mrs. Stewart add some more to that.
I'm going to go next. Like Dr. Hudak said, when I came back, I was overwhelmed at how different this child looked. And when she had told me that this was our Reach winner for the month, I could not have been more excited to be here for this Reach winner. So I'm excited to see this one win because the effort put into his work has been incredible. And I'll let Mrs. Stewart finish up real quick.
And the whole time the student put in all this effort, he did it with such alacrity, such humor, such just fantastic spirit. That was the most fun. In any class I worked with him, whether it be math, reading, writing, he just had this polite ability to bring humor and excitement to everything he did. Kept such a positive heart the whole entire year. And we are so excited to give it to Mr. Bobby Schaefer.
One other funny note about Bobby is during field day, he was our DJ at the dance party, and he rocked it.
This award for the month of April really excites me today for many reasons, and I don't normally write anything. I just have a couple of bullet notes because I did not want to forget a thing. As Dr. Hudak said, third grade is challenging. The day-to-day life of a third grader is very difficult. But beyond the difficult time a third grader has, I wanted to kind of share with you some of the things that my Reach winner has done for Candeo. And I know a lot of you know how much I love Candeo, but this kid has given me a run for my money. So let me kind of go through the list. First of all, Dr. Musser notices him every morning as one of the first people to stand for the pledge. Hat off. Every morning, he closes the gate over there. He holds the door for every single person over there and makes sure that he says, "You're welcome" to every single person. We have a water diffuser in my class, an oil diffuser. He makes sure to grab water for it every single morning. He collects garbage during his recess and reminds students to pick up garbage at the end of recess. And also holds the door and says, "You're welcome" to 24 students. When we go to lunch, he is always found picking up the garbage around the water station. He brings chairs over for students for guided reading and small group instruction, even when he's not in the group. When we have music class over here in this building, he runs to this door to make sure it's unlocked. And if it's not unlocked, he goes through the school to make sure that the door's open for us. He reminds me to drink my water when it gets to the end of my bottle. He asks if you can go fill it up. And last week, all of my students came out to go to recess, and there was a brown paper bag. And I told this to Mrs. Cannon. There was a brown paper bag on the ground. And I looked at that brown paper bag, and I saw 25 students walk outside. And I said to myself, whoever picks up that bag, they deserve the Reach Award. And guess who that was? This student has sat patiently for 39 Reach assemblies. 39. And I'm so happy to be the one to honor him today. That's Pilot Burns.
And guess who does CrossFit with Dr. Musser?
Pilot even brought me my lunch one day, which is very nice. Okay, so the person I chose this month is being recognized for effort and heart. Her effort, no matter what teacher I talk to, says absolutely. She puts the most effort into everything she does. She is always ready and eager to learn. And her heart is huge. Every morning and every afternoon, I get a good morning and a goodbye with the biggest hug ever. And she is always willing to help out her classmates and the teacher without even asking. She just does things for me and her fellow students all the time. When she comes up here, I want you to see this hug because it puts happy in my heart every morning, and it gives me happy every time she leaves the room every afternoon. Chloe Texador.
argue a little bit with third grade. I think fourth grade's a little bit more challenging than third. However, that doesn't stop this child. And like Miss Cannon said, this child has had somewhat of a tough time in fourth grade. She has struggled in different subjects, and this doesn't stop her. She perseveres through all of it. She gets really excited even if she makes the littlest amount of growth, because it's growth. And she just brings joy to my heart every day that I see her. Tegan Kane, you are reaching
A famous author wrote, "I've always found that the most beautiful people, truly beautiful inside and out, are the ones who are quietly unaware of their effect." My Reach Award winner for the month of April perfectly reflects the meaning of this quote. This student's effect on her surroundings is immediate and palpable. She emanates goodness and beauty in her words, both out loud and on paper. She is a true example in the classroom, following expectations with eagerness and a complete absence of complaint. She readily returns any smile I send her direction with an even bigger one. Others talk so gently with her simply because her presence encourages gentleness and kindness. Her every action is so respectful, simply sweet, and yet relentlessly determined. In class and outside of class, all her efforts go into continuing, progressing, and furthering every aspect of herself, even when it is outside of her comfort zone. So, to my April Award winner, who is truly unaware of her effect on all of our lives, I hope that this clues you in just a little bit. You are wonderful. Congratulations, Madeline Beard.